Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Gateway Pundit. And I got to tell you that it looks like it's falling apart. So, the first one here is a video of the day. One day after arguing with President Trump, CBS reporter Paula Reed has been told 4 times to leave coronavirus survivor meeting. Surprise, surprise. Apparently Albuquerque gun store defies governor's order by opening its doors. You have no right to close them. Get over yourself. This is what they're putting out there. Ohio authorities investigate Amish wedding for social distancing violations because the police have nothing better to do. Joy Reid, this crazy woman, she blasts Bernie supporters for refusing to back Joe Biden. I'm sorry, they're not sellouts like you, Joy. They're not going to just vote blue no matter who, of course, the candidate rapes. And then Dr. Fauci admits he and Dr. Birx were the 2 experts who persuaded Trump to kill the economy with their garbage predictions of 2.2 million deaths. That's really, they're both deep state. Let's call it what it is. They both very in with the deep state cabal. I'm sure they've got some skeletons in their closet. Biden gets confused by his teleprompter. I will make educator. It's a video. I don't even want to share it. But this is the best here. So we've got these stupid people, these leaders, if you want to call them that, and they're put in place by these leaders. So by us. So I mean, I guess we're stupid. But so Florida inmate released in effort to slow the spread of coronavirus, arrested on murder charge 1 day after he got out of jail. I gotta read this. So this one seems to state officials releasing hundreds of inmates into society over coronavirus fears while they threatened to arrest law-abiding citizens for violating social distance order. What could possibly go wrong? Tampa deputies say 26-year-old Joseph Edwards Williams, 3 first names. You don't trust somebody with 2 first names. Why would you trust him with 3? Committed second-degree murder just 1 day after release from jail. Over 150 inmates were released in Hillsborough County. Go figure. An inmate who was released Hillsborough County Jail in an effort to slow the spread of coronavirus is back behind bars and accused of committing second-degree murder a day after he got out of jail. No shit. Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office confirms 26-year-old, he's such a young guy too, Joseph Edwards Williams, was arrested on a warrant Monday night in Gibbs Santo. That's kind of crazy, Gibbs Santo. They say he is connected to the March 20th shooting homicide in the Progress Village area. A lot of progress there. Isn't that irony? Deputies responded at 10:40 that night. Several 911 calls about gunshots fired near 81st Street South and Avenue A. Man was pronounced dead at the scene. Online jail records show Williams had been released from custody at 8:02 a.m. Thursday, March 19th, per an administrative order aimed at slowing the spread of COVID-19. In the county jails, the sheriff office says he was one of the more than 100 inmates released from custody until trial. Folks, please tell me you're not that effing stupid. If he's going to trial, hold him. If he doesn't make it to trial, it saves us some time and money. Anyway, there's no question Joseph Williams took advantage of the health emergency to commit crimes while he was out of jail awaiting resolution of a low-level non-violent offense, Sheriff Chad Cronister said. As a result, I call on the state attorney to prosecute this defendant to the fullest extent of the law. Really? Really? You think that's a good idea there, Sheriff? My goodness. Judges, prosecutors, and sheriffs around the country are facing difficult decisions during this health crisis, which was played up by Dr. Birx and Dr. Fauci to destroy our country. Oh, and not to mention we were lied to about it from certain organizations that get a lot of fucking money from us. In the crisis with respect to balancing public health and public safety, sheriffs in Florida and throughout our country have released nonviolent low-level offenders to protect our deputies and jail population from an outbreak. Our commitment is, as an agency, is to keep the community safe and enforce the law. Holy shit. Talk about speaking out of both sides of your fucking head. Wow. Every murder, every violent crime, especially those involving a gun, is a sickening example of the worst in our communities, especially at a time when our community is working relentlessly to fight against the spread of the deadly beer cold. Guys, the fact is that you released a man who you knew was probably going to commit more crimes, and he killed somebody. What the hell are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, seriously, what are you doing? You can't do this. This is nonsensical. And then you're saying how you're trying to protect the community. How is releasing people from jail protecting the community? Someone explain that to me. Nobody can because, well, people are just morons. Here we go, another one. Doctors threatened with $13,000 fine for prescribing HCQ for the beer cold. So let's see what this one says. This world is mad. Doctors in Brisbane, Australia, were warned not to prescribe the life-saving drug to patients after President Trump touted its effects in treating the beer cold. So several studies have shown that this drug and antibiotics are a successful treatment in treating the beer cold. So it's not just U.S. Democrats and their media who are insane. TSD has spread across the Pacific to Australia. TDS, I'm sorry. We all know what TDS is. Orange Man Bad. Via Brisbane Times, doctors who prescribe the anti-malaria drug being trumpeted as the potential beer cold treatment face a $13,000 fine. New prescription rules brought into effect in Queensland on Tuesday mean clinicians are banned from prescribing the drug. Wow, you folks really don't care about your people. You want to kill everybody, don't you? My God. There is no solid evidence it is effective against the beer cold. But Federal Health Minister Greg Hunt said there had been some promising research so far. You folks are nuts. You're looking to kill off the population, and people are so dumbed down. I can't believe it. You folks don't realize what you're doing. You're gonna get a run on this, and when you do, you're screwed. I mean, you've got people threatening to drive to the Capitol in Michigan to to hammer on the governor there. She's crazy. So now we've got our favorites. Here's one for you. Pelositor. Pious Pelosi trashes Trump over beer cold. Accuses president of causing unnecessary deaths and disaster and calling pandemic a hoax. Folks, watch the whole clip. He didn't call the pandemic a hoax. But you folks are too stupid to realize that, so we'll just keep moving forward. I'm sorry if I'm insulting some of you. Your fifis get hurt? I don't care. Speaker of the House, Pelositor, D. California, trashed the president Tuesday in a Dear Colleague letter to the House Democrats, labeled a press release falsely accusing Trump of calling the beer cold Chinese coronavirus pandemic a hoax, and of causing unnecessary deaths and disaster with his handling of the crisis. Pro-choice Catholic Pelosi piously opened her attack letter on the president, saying, "This Easter weekend provided me with a time for deeper prayer and reflection." Come on, darling. If you walked into a church, you'd fucking light on fire. You're the devil. A few paragraphs later, Pious Pelosi was bearing false witness against Trump again, over and over again. April 14th press release. Dear Democratic colleague, this Easter weekend provided me deeper time for prayer and reflection, and this is an unbearably sad time for all Americans sharing the same devastating experience. We are grieving for those who have died from the beer cold. We are fearful for our health, especially the health of our loved ones, and we are brokenhearted for the children who are unable to go back to be back in school with their friends. First of all, Miss Pelositor, I have to tell you that 73,000 Americans died from drug overdoses last year. You're not heartbroken for those families. The only reason you want the children back in school is so that you can manipulate them and molest their minds. Okay, so let's move on to the next paragraph. As Americans, we are suffering from pressures of the economic hardship. All of us want to resume the precious and beautiful lives that America's unique freedoms provide. We will overcome this moment, but success requires one fundamental from which all actions will follow. We need the truth. To succeed in this crisis, we must insist on the truth, and we must act upon it. Wow, darling, that must be hard for you to say with a straight face, and then again, without probably 2 gallons of vodka in your system. Are you buying the cheap shit, or what happened there? In order to move forward, we must first understand the truth of what has put us in this position, and the truth that Donald Trump dismantled the infrastructure handed to him, which was meant to plan for and overcome a pandemic, resulting in unnecessary deaths and economic disaster. I can't read any more of this. I want to vomit. These folks are seriously delusional. They're delusional. I can't believe it. It's amazing. So that's just the Gateway Pundit. I have to say that at least they're doing what they need to do. L.A. Mayor Garcetti announces prepaid debit cards with up to $1,500 for families in need, including illegals. How does that make you feel, ladies and gentlemen, that your tax dollars are going to go to folks who broke the law to get here? Who broke the law and are still breaking the law being here? My God. And this one here, New York adds presumed beer cold cases to its death. Toll 3,700 new deaths added today in revised count. All to get more money, because the more people you lose, the more money you get. And this one I do like. AG Barr issues statement on Mississippi church case. Government may not impose special restrictions on religious activity. You hear that? You cannot do that because it's a violation of my freedom of religion. So eat it. And then we've got another crazy demo rat. He's a Georgia rep, breaks from party, slams Biden, and endorses President Trump's re-election. Wow. So obviously he either has some dirt that has come up on him, or he's just really looking to get not reelected by his people. Planned Parenthood board member, nothing is more essential than abortion. You people are disgusting. You're disgusting. From Governor Clanroe Blackface to the legislature in New York that signed a bill that you can kill a baby on its way out of the womb. Anyway, 17 minutes of me reading you stories because there's nothing else to do, and I'm going insane sitting here. But the Gateway Pundit is a pretty decent paper. I mean, I can't see anything really wrong with it. I'm sure people are going to think, oh, you're right-wing crazy, man. No, I'm a gay dude who likes honesty, and that's honesty. Ladies and gentlemen, have a great morning and a great afternoon, and may God help us.